Monkey.
The WBC have officially ordered Errol Spence to defend his world titles against Keith one-time Thurman. Now, Keith Thurman has been incredibly inactive in the last few years. I mean, the last time I seen Thurman out was against Manny Pacquiao, and I believe that was his last fight in 2019. I mean, I really only see this fight going one way, and it's a win for Errol Spence. I'm not debating who's going to win this fight. I'm debating how is Spence going to win this fight. Will Spence win this fight by stoppage, or will Spence win this fight on points? If this fight were to happen 4 or 5 years ago, it would have been more of a 50-50 fight. But in 2023, let's assume the fight happens next year, because I don't think they'll have enough time for the fight to happen this year. But let's say it happens next year. You know, you get the feeling that Keith Thurman is just way past it. I mean, imagine all of the ring rust he'll experience against Errol Spence. And Spence is someone you don't want to experience ring rust against. You want to experience ring rust in a tune-up fight after a long layoff. I mean, I'm not joking. I haven't seen Thurman since he lost to Manny Pacquiao. And that was a surprise for a lot of people, because Manny Pacquiao was really old by the time he fought Keith Thurman. People thought that Thurman had the physical attributes and the technical skills to get by Manny Pacquiao, but obviously that wasn't the case, and Manny Pacquiao was able to drop Keith Thurman and effectively put a massive halt in his boxing career. I mean, I guess Keith Thurman has been enjoying time out the ring. I mean, I don't know what he's been up to necessarily. And I also wonder if Keith Thurman is in shape or if he's out of shape. Now, this is because a lot of fighters, when they're not in training camp, tend to balloon up in weight. For example, Billy Joe Saunders. He is someone who looks like he is well over 200 pounds when he's not in training camp. So I suspect Thurman is like way over the 147-pound limit. Not like a little bit over, way over the 147-pound limit. So if that's the case, he may struggle to make weight. He may even miss weight. That's why it's important for boxers to be training even when they're not in training camp. I'm not saying you have to train as if you're preparing for a fight, but if you can spar, if you can go do road work, that keeps you in shape. It keeps the weight down, and it facilitates for you to fight better on fight night and have a good training camp, because not all of your energy will be put into cutting down weights. More of your energy will be focused on your skills and effectively implementing a game plan rather than just stripping off loads of body fat, which essentially fatigues you. When you lose a load of fat in an extremely short period of time, you become extremely fatigued, sluggish, tired. You feel like you lack a lot of energies because you've, you know, significantly reduced your caloric intake. So, yeah, I'm wondering if Keith Thurman is massively overweight, or is he just, big, essentially, like 150, 155, 160. Because if he's like 180, 185, that's way over the 147-pound limit. Now, Errol Spence has looked very impressive in his recent fights, specifically against Yordenis Ugas. I mean, he really beat Yordenis Ugas from pillars to post, Errol Spence. Errol Spence made Ugas's eye swell tremendously. I mean, that was a massive swelling. Go back and look at the fight. Insane swelling. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I thought the fight would have been stopped earlier. Now, it's obviously disappointing Spence isn't fighting someone like a Terence Crawford, but boxing does deliver. A lot of big fights have been mandated, and I'm going to make more videos. You'll see me release a lot of videos. I'm going to make a video about Ruiz and Wilder, Shakur Stevenson, and Isaac Pitbull Cruz, and another video about Devin Haney and Lomachenko, because it seems as if boxing is heating up for 2023. And I suspect 2023 is going to be an even better year for boxing than 2022. But yeah, guys, those were just my quick thoughts on Errol the True Spence against Keith Thurman. I suspect it's going to happen sometime next year, maybe in the first couple of months, and hopefully the Terence Crawford fight happens mid to late next year. I mean, it really should have happened this year, if we're being honest, but these negotiations and, Spence being with PBC and Terence Crawford essentially being a free agent, I guess it just makes the situation difficult. Who do you guys think will win? I mean, I'll be shocked if anyone actually believes Keith Thurman has a chance of beating Errol Spence Jr. I mean, anything is possible. Keith Thurman definitely, I don't know if he has, but he definitely had the physical attributes several years ago. Even many years ago, he had amazing technical attributes, but you suspect they would have declined. Not only has he aged and he's in his, what? Is he in his early 30s? He's been out the ring for like years because I'm not joking. I cannot remember the last time I actually seen Keith Thurman. I mean, he's completely gone MIA, Keith Thurman. He's just been living his life. Credit to him if he just wants to live his life as a normal person outside of boxing. He can do that. Alright, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Peace.